Hello, my dear students. How are you all? Good? Great. So let's study chapter 12 of our EVS textbook, Changing Times. So now, all of you listen to the story of Chetan Das ji in his own words.
Hello, lovely children. I am Chetan Das. I am a 70-year-old man. I used to teach young kids like you many years ago. I am going to tell you about a number of changes that I observed during my lifespan. This story started in the year 1947 when our country, India, got freedom from the rules of British Empire. But unfortunately, due to British policy of divide and rule, India got separated and partitioned into two parts, India and Pakistan. I was a resident of Dera Ghazi Khan, which fell into Pakistan after the partition, and therefore we had to leave and relocate to a village in Sona, that is in the state of Haryana. When I left Dera Ghazi Khan, I was leaving my friends and therefore I was very sad. I was just 9 years old at that point in time. We had to vacate our house, leave village and had to stay in a refugee camp, that is, big tents put in a huge ground for some days. We had to make a new beginning in the Sona village where we were allotted a piece of land. Now we had to build our house there. My parents and we all brothers and sisters worked really hard to make our house. My Baba dug the soil, Amma mixed the mud with husk to put on the walls. She also mixed cow dung in the mud to keep the insects away. The roof was made by a frame joining strips of wood and was fixed on the four walls. The branches of neem and kikar trees were put on the frame so that the termites would not harm the wood. The old gunny bags were put on these and covered them with mud. Time passed quickly and my life awaited another major change when my parents wanted me to get married. After my studies got over and I got a job, my parents decided to get the house repaired and to build one more room. People had started using cement those days to make the house stronger. We also decided to go for the same. We used iron and cement for making the roof of the new room. The unbaked bricks were also available those days. We made our walls using those bricks only, and then we would not need to coat the walls every week. Every year we would just whitewash the walls. We also built a small kitchen in the courtyard. The kitchen had a mud chulha and a place to keep the vessels. Then I got married and my wife Suman came to our newly built house. She would sit on the floor in the kitchen and all of us would sit on the mat on the floor in the kitchen and eat together. It was a happy time indeed for all of us. People also used to go out to fields for toilet in those days. Some of the houses, however, had a separate place for this. We also made a small toilet with unbaked bricks behind the house. There was a system where the waste would be deposited in one lower section of the toilet and people would pick it up and take it away. Time again went by and my three children were born. Now many years passed and another change awaited us. My son Raju was to get married and we felt that we should get the house ready for the new bride. By then, everyone started using baked bricks. We also used the same for the walls and put a lintel for the roof. Marble chips and cement was used for a strong and fancy floor. In the toilet, we used pipes to take away the waste. Kitchen was also made bigger. Raju's wife had stopped using the clay chula. She now stands while cooking on the gas. A few years later, Raju got toilet renovated again and put color tiles therein. My daughter was married in Palwal and the younger son Montu moved to Delhi when he got a job there. Now he stays there with his family. I and my wife Suman stay with our younger son Montu for some months in a year and with the elder son Raju in Sona for the rest of the time. Montu's house is a fully furnished home in Delhi. While moving from Sona to Delhi, we go through Gurugram on the way and we get surprised to see the changes as to how these days we see such high-rise buildings all around. Lovely children, as I have already told you, I am 70 years old right now. and I still feel nostalgic. That is, I still remember that how many changes I've seen in my house over these many years. I'm also worried thinking as to how my grandchildren would want to live, how their house would be. I also feel worried about the houses of my native village, Dera Ghazi Khan, how and where my friends would be right now. Alright, now let me take your leave. Hope you liked my story.
So, dear children, how did you feel listening to the story of Chetan Das ji? Enjoyed? Good. Have you seen a building being constructed in front of you? Now let's have a look at these people who help us in constructing or repairing our house. See children, this is a plumber who does the water and drainage related work. He repairs the taps and showers as well. This is a carpenter who does the woodwork like making and repairing the doors, almirahs, etc. This is a mason who constructs or builds the walls, etc. using cement, bricks, sand, marbles, etc. This is a laborer who lifts the heavy material and does the manual labor in taking things from one place to another. This is an electrician who does the electric work, sets the electric connection and also repairs the electrical equipments. Okay, now listen my dear students carefully. Can you mark the difference between a house and a home? Yes? Wow, you're absolutely correct. A house is a 4-walled construction, but it becomes home when a family starts living in it together. Alright now, my dear children, tell me one more thing. Do you have friends from different religions? Do you sit, talk, play and eat with them? Do you talk about all the festivals amongst your friends? Yes, I completely trust all of you. I know you are very good children. You must be having friends from all the religions. We all Indians live together, celebrate together, have fun together, helping and respecting each other, irrespective of the caste, creed, language, or the religion we belong to. This depicts unity in diversity. So how did you like this video? Good? Bye bye for now. See you soon again.